Wyatts, and I'm currently studying criminal justice at Miramar College, hopefully transferring soon to San Diego State to get a degree in criminal justice. In about 2009, 2010, we had that big economic crash, and my dad owned his own business for a long time, and then the company that he was working for decided that they wouldn't give him his money. They couldn't pay him. Then all of a sudden we had to move. We were getting evicted. All this stuff was happening all at the same time. And then it didn't hit me that my mom was getting sick. Actually, when I was in 8th grade, my cousin, who's a fighter pilot at the Navy, he passed away from some sort of cancer. And it was not easy because he was like my favorite cousin. You know, he was my godfather. He was the guy that I looked up to. He was the guy that I, was striving to be. And I just wept. I went to my first Young Life club. And I can remember that so clearly because the first guy that I walked into club and the first guy that, to me, now I can see showed me Jesus was a guy named Saul. Then I met my Young Life leaders, Rob and Ryan, who in reality just poured so much into me from that point on. I went to Young Life for a couple weeks, and then my dad came home and he's like, we have to go say goodbye to your mom. I remember I walked in and it was just me in there, and I was sitting there in my mom's room by myself and just quiet. Probably 45 minutes or so go by. I couldn't hold it back. I could look at her and know she's my mom, but know that she doesn't get anything that's going on right now. Knowing that I wouldn't be able to hug her again was the hardest thing for me, because it is the one person in your life that's not supposed to forget you. At the end of May, this is about a little under a month after my mom passed away, we had the funeral, per se. It was the after party, and I was sitting in the back, and it was a Young Life leader came up. Kelsey came up, and she didn't say much. She just said sorry, and that's all I needed to be said. But again, that triggered in my head, why are the Young Life leaders so different? Okay, I've got to figure this out. That's what I set my mind to do. So I started to make friends with the leaders like Ryan and Rob and Forrest. Those were the guys I was hanging out with on the weekend. We were doing hikes, and I can't help but laugh because those were some of the greatest memories that I've had with my Young Life leaders. I went to summer camp that year. I remember doing my one-on-one with Ryan and just sitting there trying to see if I wanted to follow Christ. And Ryan was like, why don't you do it? And Ryan repeated the same verse to me, Romans 3:23, for all have sinned and fall short of the glory of God. And for whatever reason, that night, that verse, it clicked. Right now, we're going to do it. Okay? And it was July 3rd, 2015, that I accepted Jesus because my Young Life leaders, they showed me what Jesus was. They showed me that Christians aren't just, weirdos. No. They showed me that, Christians are loving. They're the people that make a difference in others' lives. So from the time that I got saved to now, and hopefully in the future, just my one goal is to make a difference and help turn kids to Jesus Christ.